frequent question we get is, what are the traits of a good tax accountant? Because we're in a fortunate position, we can look at this pretty objectively, and we've got some clients who have really, really good tax accountants, and we've got other clients where you go, oh, not so sure if this is in the best interest. But I think there's three things you should look for in a good tax accountant. The first thing to look for in a good tax accountant, or to ask yourself about your existing tax accountant, is, are your affairs set up in the most effective structure possible? And there could be a couple of different elements to this. Firstly, if you're looking to potentially sell your business, are you going to get the most tax effective outcome? If you've got profits today, are they going to be able to be distributed in the most tax effective manner to minimize the amount that you pay in tax in any given year? What would another accountant say about the structure? If you had someone new come in there right now, would they say, yep, everything that that business is doing is A1 and to a gold standard? Or would they say, no, that could potentially improve. I don't know why that's like that, or why that director's set up over there, or the shareholdings are set up the way they are. What would another tax accountant say about the structure? An important thing to bear in mind with structures is that they can go from one entity to then two entities to three entities. And that's not saying you don't have a good tax accountant because there's expansion in entities, but also there needs to be a point in time where you reset and go, are things set up in the most effective way possible, considering the growth we've had as a business? Because the other thing is, the more entities, and this might sound a little bit cynical, but the more fees that they could charge you for the more amount of work that needs to be done potentially. So asking those questions around structure. The next element is looking at proactive strategies. So how proactive are they at coming to you with ideas around tax minimization? Not tax evasion, but tax minimization. There's an important distinction between those two. We don't want to end up in jail. But making sure that you understand what's the best way to minimize that tax, but looking at strategies around changes that could be happening or have happened in the legislation and how they impact, again, your structure and the amount of tax that you have to pay today and in the future. So again, being proactive, and that might seem really simple and part of the job, but the number of accountants that we know that have relationships where they see the person once, maybe twice a year, and that might be